all I have to say is that I've gone through 3 or 4 experiences with my family in this area that if I hadn't had the hospital to get my children when they had swallowed coins or had a serious concussion, I don't think that they would have had as good a recovery or maybe the same positive results that they had. Most specifically, a number of years ago my husband had surgery in Niagara Falls, was given extra anesthetic, and I was the person who was driving him home, and I got to Thompson and Bowen Road, at which point he became unconscious and his tongue rolled into the back of his throat and he couldn't breathe, and I was driving a car. I literally had 3 minutes to get him anywhere, to get any kind of care, and fortunately for me, in that 3.5 minutes at very high speeds, I got to Douglas Memorial, where they put him in an intensive care area and checked him for cardiac arrest. I certainly wouldn't have made it to Niagara Falls. I certainly would not have made it to the border, and I don't think that Steve would be in a great position. But one of the things that most concerns me is how the decision has been made based on information on one side. I have real concerns about how they've calculated the cost of ambulancing, how they've calculated the cost of maybe directing ambulances to certain hospitals given certain areas like they do in Toronto, or if there's serious emergencies, how many times a year we're going to have to calculate the cost of sending somebody to Buffalo. And in that case, between the lack of service in terms of medical people and medical facilities and other services that we're losing more and more educational opportunities down in this area, pretty soon we're going to be down to garbage collection and sewage, at which point we're not going to have economic development, and I want my taxes reduced, because all of these services which are standard for most of the province will be taken away from us based on studies that we have had no real input in. And that's what I have to say.